Welcome to DCL T90 talk show. I have Imti here. Welcome to the show, Imti.
Thank you, Jagan. Welcome to all our listeners for yet another episode of the Detroit Premier League T90 talk show on DCL Radio.
Okay, so we have four games that need happened last week, and Konaseema Kings versus Punjab Knight Riders, Andhra Titans versus Chennai Rockers, Hyderabad Hawks versus Gujarat Lions, Kerala Blasters versus Karnataka Royal Challengers. I was expecting a cracker of game out of Andhra Titans versus Chennai Rockers and Kerala Blasters versus Karnataka Royal Challengers. Um, it's interesting games last week. Okay, by saying that, I quickly hand over mic to Imti to go over these.
Yeah, so last week we had some good matchups. Was looking forward, like you mentioned, for Andhra Titans versus Chennai Rockers, and two very heavily loaded teams clashing against each other. And then Karnataka Royal Challengers also with that lineup, they were playing their first game, and we were looking forward to that game as well. It was some interesting matchups, but I think kind of one-sided games, if I can say so. Maybe we'll start off with Kerala Blasters and Karnataka Royal Challengers game. So in this game, Kerala Blasters are playing their second game, some experience from their first outing, probably using those lessons learned here and applying them, I guess. And whereas Karnataka Royal Challengers, on the other hand, playing their very first game, so just need to get adjusted to the format probably. But I think it was a good outing overall. Kerala Blasters batted first, played the entire 15 overs, scored 74, a little below par, I would say, but I think it was good enough on the day. Prajwal, Adarsh Nair in the top, scoring double-digit scores, 13 for Prajwal, 17 from Adarsh Nair, then Prabhat Krishnamurthy in the middle order also scoring 17 runs. Gino James, a handy 8 runs there. Overall, I thought they had small partnerships, kept the scoreboard moving, and reached that 74. On the bowling front, Karnataka loaded with some good bowling names there. Samish, Deepak, Arun, Prabhu, all these are big names in the league. Samish Kilam pick off the bowlers with 3 wickets, and Deepak Raj supporting with 2 wickets, and other bowlers chipping in with wicket each. Overall, I thought 75 was a very good score to chase for Karnataka Royal Challengers with their lineup. Uh, Naresh Sundar started off well, 17 from 31, supported by Hitesh, 12 from 16. Prabhu also for a little bit, but then I think they started losing wickets. Uh, Partnerships, they also had small partnerships, but somewhere lost the way. And I think Georgie Phillip was key and instrumental in Kerala Blasters defending this score. Eventually got Karnataka Royal Challengers out for 65, fell short by 9 runs, a small margin, but a big margin, I would say, in the context of the game. Georgie Phillip picking 4 wickets in that defense, and rightly, I think, was awarded player of the match. Uh, Again, like first outing for Karnataka Royal Challengers, probably uh, will pick up their game from here on and have some good contests going forward. So, rooting for Karnataka Royal Challengers there.
Probably they're
But overall,
missing.
I think Kerala Blasters is a very important win. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, I felt like the Karnataka Royal Challengers. They were missing Hemant there. So with
Yes, I think he would be a good a player for this format. Yes, definitely.
yeah, especially with the bat, he can do some use his long handle. So I felt
Correct.
like when they lost by what 9 runs, probably that is the difference. Is what I felt.
Yeah, like yeah, long handle, yes, but I still think the 15 over format also needs you can y- I think every team kind of needs to break down the innings like 5 overs. For first five, maybe just try to stay and gather some foundation, build some foundation. The second five, they can start increasing the momentum, and the last five should they just express themselves. That's how I think the innings should progress. But again, these are all evening games, different conditions, so not sure how the grounds are playing and how the conditions are affecting actually.
Yeah, true. And
But what I was saying is Kerala Blasters a very important win, getting those 2 points and moving into that points table in the second spot now, based on run rate. But some more interesting games for them that they need to win to keep that position.
yep,
The next game we have is Hyderabad Hawks versus uh,
Gujarat Lions.
Gujarat Lions.
Yeah,
I thought this was a closely contested game, both evens to even on roster is what I think. Looking at the lineups of all the teams, I thought these were like evenly lined up teams based on the roster strength. Hyderabad Hawks again playing their very first game for this season. They had a rain out earlier in the week, so they were eager to play a game start of their season in this T90 format, and they come across Gujarat Lions. Hyderabad Hawks, they batted first, put up again a decent score of 77. I thought it was a good effort in their very first game. Starts there where Rohit Rampa at the top with 16 from 22. Hari Krishnan played a bit 10 from 9, and then Pradeep Konradi in the middle order, a solid 21 from 22 balls. And in the end, some runs chipped from Praneeth and Praveen. But I thought looking at the scorecard, they did not get those big hits in the later half of the game in their batting. Maybe they scored a few boundaries at the top of the order, but not much to talk in the later half. And that's where I think that momentum or that another additional 10, 15 runs did not uh, uh, come their way in the end. Bowling front again, Ronak U Patel, who we know is a great batsman, uh, contributing with the ball here, picking up 3 wickets. Ronnie Patel 2 wickets, and all the other bowlers chipping in with 1 wicket each. Overall, I thought decent bowling, considering Gujarat Lions is a batting heavy team. I think their bowling was uh, very commendable here, restricting the opponent for 77. Hyderabad Hawks playing their very first game, I thought would have been happy with that score. But again, Gujarat Lions with their batting might were definitely favorites at half point, I thought, and rightly so. Their openers got a good partnership, scored almost 16 runs in 2 overs. Then the second wicket also partnership for 21 runs in less than 3 overs. So I think the first 2 wickets kind of took the momentum, got that momentum in the very beginning. Akash Patel 10, Ruchit Patel 27 from 32, and then Arjun Ajbani in the middle scoring 13 runs from 7 balls, 1 6, 1 4. And then I think they had a good start and they just had to stay there at the wicket and finish the game. It kind of got interesting with 8 wickets down, but I think the score was a little less pressure and they were able to make it in 13 overs. Uh, Bowling front, Ashok Reddy Bhavanam 3 wickets, Pradeep Konradi contributing the ball as well with 4 wickets, but still couldn't stop the uh, run chase of Gujarat Lions and eventually Gujarat Lions winning this game. Important win for Gujarat Lions as well, winning their first game. They played 2-1-1. So again, good to see points on the table and right in the contest in the mix there in Group B.
yeah. Actually,
Anything you want to add on this game, Jagan?
so for Gujarat Lions, Arjun Ajbani is the change. Okay, he's the his 13 runs, quick 13 runs is what changed the
Hmm.
game in favor of Lions. Other than that, it's a very closely contested game, is what I can say. But on paper, Gujarat Lions is definitely looking much better than Hyderabad Hawks. At least that's what I felt.
Yeah, definitely on the bowling, on the batting front, Gujarat Lions is very strong, is what I'm
Yeah,
feeling. I think bowling is probably something that they need to look into. And if they bat first, they can definitely put up good scores. And once you have score on the board, it's always advantage for the bowling unit.
yeah. I mean, see, Hyderabad Hawks lost, but yet I think they impressed me. with the
Yes,
score.
definitely. Because playing their first game, I thought with the roster that they had, I think that was a very decent outing for them. Close game again, like they were able to make Gujarat Lions almost go into the 13th over to chase that score down with that
Yeah.
batting lineup. So that's a good effort, I think.
Actually, Ashok, I was there at the game watching few overs. Ashok Bhavanam, he was
Yeah,
really troubling
tremendous
everybody.
figures there. Yeah, 3 overs,
Yeah.
one maiden, 12 dot balls, 6 runs, and 3 wickets. So that's a great performance, I would say, actually.
Yep.
So I was actually also looking at these bowling performances across the various games. I think the dot ball percentages is what will kind of decide how the opponents are scoring, right? So the more number of dot balls, the percentage of dot balls in this innings against Gujarat Lions is I thought the dot ball percentage was high compared to some other games.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, moving on. The next game on our list is Andhra Titans versus Chennai Rockers. So before this game, before this game, I think Chennai Rockers had played one game, Andhra Titans had played two games, won two games, and Andhra Titans were looking settled unit compared to the other teams, and they have a good lineup, and they're definitely again. Last week I predicted, or I was predicting that Andhra Titans would win this game because of their form or the momentum and the the team itself, right? They have played two games together and now going into the third game. Chennai Rockers, on the other hand, they lost their first game, a close game, and but they did impress. So going into this game, this was a good contest between two superstar teams. I would say Chennai Rockers also heavily loaded, but it kind of went one way. What I thought. Andhra Titans, obviously, with that batting lineup, batting first, put up a huge score of 122 for loss of 4 wickets. The star there was Swarna Rahul Mritini in the middle order, staying not out 43 from 27 balls, three fours, three sixers. I think he just had the license to go for it, and that was well thanks to their top three, all of them contributing towards that score. Kaushik Chapidi 16 with two sixers, Amar 14 from 11 balls, two sixers, and then Pradeep Botta 33 from 22 with three sixers. So in that batting lineup, the top three scoring, all scoring in above 100 strike rate. So they got that quick start, momentum was in their favor, and then Rahul, when he came out, I think he just went ahead and expressed himself and scored that 43 from 27 balls, almost close to a half century. It would have been a brilliant effort if he had got there 50. Nevertheless, it's still a great outing for him. 43 from 27 balls. I can only imagine how the bowlers would have felt conceding those boundaries there. On the bowling front, not much to talk about. Surprisingly, Chennai Rockers has a good bowling unit, but still they were not able to defend against the batting lineup of Andhra Titans. Uh, Satya Vimal was the pick of the bowlers for me. He was the only bowler who went less than run a ball. His economy actually is 3.33 there in his 3 overs. But all the other bowlers going in excess of more than run a ball, and it's very rare to see bowlers like Taif and Ravi going in excess of 10 runs per an over, and even Ranjit there also economy of 10. So everybody getting a beating there, probably not their day in the bowling department. But again, conceding 122 was a bit too much. I thought in this kind of a contest where you need to put brakes on the opponent and gain momentum and win those key moments in the game. Going into chase, Chennai Rockers had a huge
Can I
task.
can I can I
Yeah,
add
sure.
Satya? Satya's bowling, and
Hmm.
when you said Swan Rahul missed 50, I thought he'll make the 50 because he was facing last 4 or 5 balls, if my guess is right. And Satya was bowling, and I think Satya bowled 3 dot. Last 3 balls were 3 dots, I think.
Nice.
So
Okay.
so that was awesome performance by Satya. I mean, regardless,
Yes, correct. So I was just looking at the
yeah,
ball by ball score. The last three are dot balls. So that's
dot balls,
actually,
yeah.
yeah. So thanks to Satya, Swarn Rahul couldn't make the 50 then.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that. So
Yes, yes. No, that's a good observation. So,
yeah,
even more brilliant bowling performance than Satya in that context, right? So, the only bowler who was
only bowler.
very
Yeah.
economical, and
Mm.
everybody else going for runs. So that makes it even more special. So Chennai Rockers going into chase had a huge uphill task of 122. That is almost close to 8 runs, 9 runs and over, 8 runs and over required. Tayev, their opener, I thought got off to a good start. 41 from 33 gave that impetus to that chase. But on the other hand, on the other end, where they were losing wickets and really couldn't get some partnership stitching there. Saran Raj stayed there, 7 runs. Vignesh, Ranjit, both contributing 10 runs each. But I think they needed Sanjay to fire if they had to win this game. Satish Mani also coming down, getting out quickly. So really, the middle lower order not contributing is what I thought. And again, when you're going for a big chase, I think there is very little error for little margin for error, and unless you get those partnerships, consistent partnerships, and runs being scored every ball, that pressure just quickly mounts on you, and you end up in that situation where you just go for the shots and get out. So that is what looks like happened with Chennai Rockers. Yeah, they reached 83, but I think they never had that momentum in the chase to overcome that 122. On the bowling front, I thought it was a decent bowling performance. Almost all the bowlers among wickets there, Anvesh, Swarn Rahul, Sai Gautam, Devraj, all picking up 2 wickets each. And I think rightly Swarn Rahul, who performed both with bat and ball, was awarded man of the match. So great game for Swarn Rahul Mithini and Andhra Titans making it a hat trick, 3 wins in a row, and are looking pretty good in Pool B, sitting at the top, and definitely bound to the playoff. So the playoff, like, can you remind what was the playoff situation, right? The top teams qualify
Top two
directly
teams will
for
qualify for semifinals directly,
directly, and
and
then the
next
second
two
and
teams
third,
will fight it out for second semifinals in that group.
right? So they'll probably play like a quarterfinal and then
Yeah.
come and play against the top seed team.
So
So
in
yeah,
other
other
words, top
Titans,
three will make it to knockouts
right? Yes. Okay.
from
So
each
in
pool.
that case, so everybody's playing 4 games, right, in their pool. So
They have to play with each other in their pool and also
mhm.
one cross pool, one game.
Oh, so 5 games in all, right? Okay.
Yes.
So then, yeah, Andhra Titans still has 2 more games to play, and they're already looking good, say, and top of the table. So definitely looking one of the favorites then.
So I happened to meet Pradeep Botta on Friday evening. I
Hmm.
went to Akshay Patra restaurant,
Okay. Hmm.
which is owned by. He is one of the partners there. So I we were talking about this game. He said initially probably first 4 5 balls he couldn't even touch the ball. That's what he said. He lost his touch and he could not timing. You could not time anything. But later on, somehow he managed to score those 33 runs. Is what he said. Okay, so which is a good outing for him.
So if he has come back that way, like 33 from 22, even after like for the first 4 5 balls,
Yeah,
so that's
that's
a
a
good
good
good.
yeah, good knock. And also, I wanted to add one few more words about his restaurant here, Akshay Patra. I'm
Yeah.
saying if anybody is not gone there yet, please go and taste the food there. And normal, I'm not a foodie, so very first time I thoroughly enjoyed and I completed whatever is served to me. So that says a lot. Normally, you know, if I eat few, you know, uh, half of the servings of any biryani place, you know,
Mhm.
I'll stop it, pack it, and bring it home. Here, I could not stop myself. I ended
So
up
you
eating
finished
everything.
everything at the
Yeah, I
restaurant
finished
itself.
everything. Yeah,
So
it was.
that, yeah, so that tells volumes about it, right? So I can
Yeah,
also add a plug. So I've been there a few times, and I have definitely liked the food. So I would definitely recommend if anybody hasn't been there, please go visit. It's a fellow DCL community member who is the owner here. So
yeah. Especially my daughter wants to go there again, so that says a lot. So Good,
Yes.
good, good. Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
moving on. So yeah, so this game, like again, Andhra Titans eventually winning comfortably with a good margin, 39 runs. So again, they don't need that run rate because they have already won all the three games, but this will definitely add to the run rate as well, and looking good for Andhra Titans in all departments. Chennai Rockers, on the other hand, I should not be that saddened by this. I think uh, they have played two games now, so they won one and lost this one. So. Uh, they are yet to play, I think,
Hyderabad
Hyderabad
Hawks
Hawks and
next week.
Gujarat
Yeah.
Lions. Yes, so that will be good. Interesting matchup.
It all
Moving on to the
depends on
last
how they. It all depends on how they are going to play against Gujarat Lions. Is what I'm guessing.
Lions.
Yeah.
Yes. So the last game for this week was between Punjab Knight Riders and Konasima Kings. I think looking at the standings,
So before
Konasima.
before you start this game,
Mhm.
uh, see the interesting thing. Punjab Knight Riders in every game they are giving opportunity to opponent team to win the game. They are giving the opportunity, but somehow the that opportunity is not taken with both hands by the opponent team. At least that's what my observation.
I would like to listen more about this. Like, what do you say, or what do you mean when you say
See
opportunities?
these guys scored 70, right? Konasima Kings, and then
Hmm.
if you look at the start of Punjab Knight Riders is very bad,
Okay,
and from there they could not put any pressure on the batsmen, the bowlers. If you look at, they have very good bowlers. It's not like
right.
they are bad. So they could not put any pressure on next two. At least that's what I felt.
Yeah, I don't know about that because Punjab Knight Riders, when I look at the over by over score, the very first over went for 10 runs, and I think that is where I think they kind of lost the grip in the very first over. Even though Guru Naga bowled an excellent second over, uh, but I think they got consistent runs in the next few overs, which really did not help Konasima Kings bowling.
Yeah,
At least based on the scorecard. So I was
yeah.
not there at the ground, so I really cannot talk in that context. But just looking at the scorecard here, right? Konashima Kings, who batted first, put 70 runs. Again, missing out that one over. One over could bring you at least five runs at the minimum, right? So if you get a boundary, then another at least 10 runs in an over. So
True.
playing 15 overs is absolutely crucial or critical in this format, is what I think. There is no excuse where.
In any format, in that way.
Yes, in any
If you
format,
yeah,
but
in
again,
any
like I
format.
think we are so used to the 25 over, it's really difficult for for us to still get through the 25 overs itself, right? So we get
True.
all out in 21, 22 overs. So 15 overs is, again, like playing 15 overs also, if you are still not making to play all the 15
Yeah,
overs,
I
it's
agree that.
absolutely
Yes.
criminal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so again, like these are small things that might really give good positive results, like playing out the entire overs, breaking your innings into like chunks, like I was talking, five overs when you're batting, and then going about it from partnerships to partnerships, and then maybe take that in the last few overs to go for the big bang. 70 runs, Konasima Kings, I thought was a little below par. Rupendra Chowdhury at the top scoring 19, Guru Naga in the middle scoring 10 runs, and then Raghav Chandra in the very end scoring some valuable 11 runs, and then extras also 11 extras. So overall, I think except for these two three scores, I think there was not much to talk about in the batting department. Uh, so this is where I think teams can really benefit, is like everybody just contributing 10, 10, 10, 10 runs at least, like there would really help the batting scorecard. Bowling department for Punjab Knight Riders, again, you have what, eight bowlers being used, and I think this was just everybody getting a chance to rotate their arms. Raza Ali, obviously pick of the bowlers, who picked 4 wickets in his 3 overs quota, and then Sahesh picking up 3 wickets. So when you have two bowlers picking up 7 wickets there, I don't see a reason why everybody needs to bowl, but again, it just could be a different strategy for Punjab Knight Riders, and not allowing the batsman to get used to a bowler there. And I thought it worked for them, so they were able to restrict the opponent for 70. So good, good bowling performance, restricting the opponent, and with Punjab Knight Riders batting lineup, 70 was a definitely gettable target, and they comfortably won it with 8 wickets in hand at the end of like just almost 10 overs. They were able to score 74. Hemant Bharadwaj, 13 in the top, Ali Abbas, 11, Munaid Ahmad and Ziban Chaudhary staying not out, scoring 28 and 20 respectively. And I thought there was no pressure at all when they were chasing this total, and they eventually got there comfortably. So a very good game for Punjab Knight Riders. Again, like Andhra Titans in Pool B, I think in Pool A, Punjab Knight Riders is looking very good, and definitely bound to that playoff spot.
Yeah, at this time, see, I'm envisioning Punjab Knight Riders versus Konaseema Kings as the finals. I don't
Andhra Titans,
think,
sorry.
sorry, Andhra Titans. So, uh,
So yeah, again,
but
like we are kind of in the middle way of the league, and we clearly can see a big difference between the teams, right? So Punjab Knight Riders in Pool A and Andhra Riders in Pool B clearly front runners for that playoff or final spot. But again, there is still some games to go, and things could change. Again, you never know. The second and third seeded teams might bring up some good performances in the playoffs.
true,
And
true. A team like Chennai Rockers can beat anybody any day. So it's
yeah,
so
again,
what
it's
I,
like all the teams have some very good players who, on their
mm.
given day, can definitely give the run for the money for to the opponents, right? So if you look at Mumbai Indians,
Actually,
Gujarat
I had
Lions,
high hopes on Mumbai Indians,
Mumbai
but
Indians.
somehow they are unable to
Yeah, so the results not
gel
speaking for them.
together.
So
Yeah,
so both the pools kind of having similar kind of race going on, where you have Konasima Kings still yet to open their account for win, Mumbai Indians in Group B still yet to win a game, and even Hyderabad Hawks and Karnataka Royal Challengers, who have played just one game so far, are yet to
yeah,
open their account. So it's a similar,
long way to go.
similar points tally, I think, between Group A and Group B.
Yeah, it looks more like initial stages of IPL.
Right. Yeah, I wish this was a long tournament as IPL, but I think with a comparatively smaller run time for the tournament, I think the games will get done quickly, and by the time you realize you're already left behind in the race, is what I think. So it's absolutely crucial to win games and get front in the points table.
Okay, good. Let's quickly jump into predictions then. Okay, we have 2 minutes. Okay, uh,
So
we
which
can extend this one, not a problem. But I'm just
sure, I don't think we'll go more
yeah,
than 5 minutes, so we can go
yeah.
over 5 minutes for sure. Yep,
So the first game is Kerala Blasters versus Konaseema Kings. Obviously, it should be Kerala Blasters.
Yes, for me it will be Kerala Blasters for sure. Again, I think Kerala Blasters, who have played two games, won one. So they played games against Karnataka and Punjab Knight Riders. So they have seen different types of units, one batting heavy, one bowling heavy, in my opinion. So uh, for Kerala Blasters, I think it is crucial that their batting kind of clicks. Bowling, I think they have it handled somehow. I feel so.
So if
Adarsh
they
Nair is the key for Kerala.
yeah, if Kerala Blasters, if they don't win this game, they are in trouble. That's what at least.
Yes, very crucial game in the context
Hmm,
of points for Kerala Blasters, because the next game that they'll play will be against Tamil Nadu Super Kings, and then one from the opposite pool.
yeah.
So yeah, crucial points for grabs for Kerala Blasters. But I think they got it, and they will take this game against Konasima Kings.
Okay. The next one is Chennai Rockers versus Gujarat Lions. I think.
Oh, again, another very important clash in Pool B between number two and number three as of now, and the win here is very crucial for either team. So that will help them move towards that playoff spot. But both teams played two games each, have 50% win ratio. I think from a balance perspective, I think Chennai Rockers has it covered more. So I think I'll root for Chennai Rockers.
And with I think Arjun Ajban is injured, is what I heard. So
Yes, so yeah, he got injured in the game against us last weekend. So yeah, that would be a huge blow for Gujarat Lions in their plans. And I hope Arjun is feeling well. I haven't heard after the fact, so wishing him good luck in the recovery. But for this game, I think Chennai Rockers have it covered with their lineup.
okay, what actually happened? What is the injury?
Uh, so, uh, so this injury happened in the game. So when they were batting first, Arjun Ajbani had a slip when he was running for a closed quick single. I think he kind of twisted his knee when turning back, and then he actually fell on the ground and he was in pain. And then he walked away from the field and he didn't come back almost until like 17th or 18th over. But after he came back, also he got out the very first ball, so we didn't see much of him in the batting there. So we really didn't know if it was really a serious injury or anything. But then when he came out to field, which I thought he shouldn't have if he really had that much pain. In hindsight, I'm talking about, but I think they only had 11 in the field, so he came out to field, and in while fielding, I think he had a sideways movement going for fielding or probably a backup throw, and he just fell on the ground. I think he twisted the knee again, and this
Mm.
time it was worse that he was not even able to move his leg. So he just fell down on the ground and stayed in that position for almost like 20 minutes until the emergency vehicle came. So
Oh boy. Mm.
he was in real bad pain, is what I felt looking from a distance. So
Shoot.
unfortunate that it happened, but again, word of caution for everybody that is playing. So if you feel that you're not 100%, maybe try to avoid going into the field if you can. So again,
Yeah,
it's easy to
I
make the
agree.
call from the other perspective, but again, you want to be committed and you want to give your 100% to the team. So I understand that side of it also. So unfortunate it happened.
Feel like me if you want to play 2 decades. Okay. The next game of the night is Tamil Nadu Super Kings Karnataka
Next
versus
game,
Karnataka Royal Challengers. Okay, this
Tamil
is going to
Nadu,
be very
Karnataka.
interesting game.
Yeah, again, a good matchup considering the context of it. I think I'll give this game to Karnataka. Again, because the very first game that they played, they probably just needed to adjust to the format. Now that they know what this format is about, I think they'll come back strong in this game against Tamil Nadu Super Kings.
Okay. The next one is Hyderabad Hawks versus Mumbai Indians. I hope Mumbai Indians stays their first victory.
Well, again, it's same for Hyderabad Hawks as well.
True.
So both really looking for that first victory. But Mumbai Indians, unfortunate that they lost 2 games, so this is a very important game for them. And if this goes haywire, I can very much say that it might be curtains closed for Mumbai Indians at least this season. I hope that doesn't happen. They give a good fight to Hyderabad Hawks, but from a roster perspective and lineup perspective, I think if the full team show up, I think Mumbai Indians will be favorites for me in this game.
Okay. With that, we have covered all the games and hope the best team wins tomorrow. And we'll see you. We will take break next week probably, and we'll
Okay.
come back after long weekend because
Okay. That
yeah,
sounds
there's
good.
no
So there are no
games.
games as well, right? Next week.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds good. So all the best to all the teams playing this week, and have a nice break. And we'll see you on the other side of the break. So
Thank you, Imti.
yep. Thank you. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.